Hello and welcome to Part 3 of the 2020 Members Forum. In Part 1, we introduced the Board of Directors as well as presented the facilities and restaurant reports. In Part 2, we went over the Greens and Grounds report provided by Head Superintendent David Escobedo and Board of Directors Ray Melton and Rick Walker. In this segment, we are going to go over the golf report provided by your Director of Golf Brandon Evans and Board of Director Kathy Bott. As with almost all areas in life, the past year has been different for the golf shops. Our golf club is known for its social nature. The years past are filled with events, lunches, dinners, parties, and pretty much anything you can think of in a social context. The COVID-19 pandemic has made us have to temporarily adapt to a different environment, and the many members of this club have done so very well. Last year we were off to a record start in October with our new shoulder month pricing. Then our lakes well went down and we were unable to oversee the lakes course until late November, early December, and even then it was only a partial overseeding. During this late overseed we had more members than could fit on our tee sheets with only one course open and were forced to utilize completely filled shotguns and five-some play. It was temporary and our members handled it with grace. In November we hired our Director of Instruction Mike Fry, and he has helped to create an amazing learning environment for the members of the club with many plans for the future. In November, we also held our 25th Silver Anniversary Celebration and Welcome Back event with dinner and dance. During the dinner and dance, we had a fun carnival-themed event that was set up by assistant professional Carrie Kohatsu and members of the club. We had vowed to have this type of a Welcome Back event every year, but were unaware what would come this year. In February, we had our largest Directors' Cup in the past 10 years and altered the format to allow five-some so that we were able to get all those who wanted to play. The event was a bit slower than normal, but turned out to be one of our best finishes. February is where we also began to hear the rumblings around the world about the coronavirus, but life went on as normal for the club. We had the ladies Ncaa event in late February with record-breaking scores during cold, wet weather. When March came around, we were well ahead of any year in the past, but during the first 2 weeks we were hit with nasty storms and were forced to close the courses for 4 days. Then as soon as we reopened, we were hit with our first stage of COVID changes. We shut down to members only for the golf course and the range. The George Fox Ncaa Invitational was canceled due to schools not being able to travel across state lines. We had to cancel our Guys and Dolls event, Ladies Member Guest, Club Championship, Village Niners outings, and many more events. In order to encourage social distancing, the golf club went to straight tee times and eliminated shotguns and crossovers. Groups were limited to 6 tee times, and we requested groups to play and go home. The golf shop doors were closed, and members were asked to check in via phone and the windows. We temporarily removed our 2-cart restrictions and allowed members to ride solo. We removed the flags on the practice greens, asked members not to touch flag sticks, removed the rakes in the bunkers, and installed foam inside the cups for easy ball retrieval. There was a lot going on, and the focus then came to our staff. March and April are the 2 largest revenue months of the season, and they were being cut in half. During this time, there was no talk of a stimulus or bailout plan to assist with staffing needs, so we put part-time staff on an as-needed basis and prepped the full-time staff to take over in different areas when needed. The Pro Shop staff was also set up and equipped to be able to run the tee remotely if we were not allowed to travel. There were so many unknowns at this time, but our goal was to prepare and adapt as needed. During this time, something odd happened. We did not have any non-member play or events, and many members were forced to return home early, but our rounds did not decrease. In fact, they increased. Not only did our rounds increase, but our membership increased. We had members playing more golf than normal as there was not much else to do. During April, restrictions increased, but play increased. During our stay-at-home order, we had 12% more rounds than our best April in the past. We had many members that did not want to go home, and everyone just kept playing golf. When May came, the stay-at-home order was removed, and we implemented our first summer shoulder month, which had a middle pricing between our winter and summer. We had planned this since the prior summer, and it worked out very well with all of our COVID restrictions in place. With so many members remaining throughout May and allowing single-cart riders, there was not much availability for non-member play. Having the increased pricing helped to bring the revenue to almost match our best May ever. Once June came, we had many members return home, and this opened up availability for non-members. We had increased our summer cooler pass by 25% over the prior seasons, which allowed us to give a discount to members purchasing the pass. This again worked out very well, as we only had 36 carts at each facility, and allowing single cart riders reduced the availability for non-member play. Even with the increased price, we ran out of carts multiple times daily throughout the summer. We had record revenue and rounds from June through September. The past season was very eventful without events, but it has shown how resilient and adaptable the membership of this club is. Going into this season, we knew that restrictions and concerns were going to remain until the spring or early summer and have kept our practices in place. We have been fortunate to be able to keep all staff and members healthy and safe during the unknowns of the past season. We are truly full of amazing members.
I've introduced you to a number of athletes over the years who are trying to break Guinness records.
Well, one Valley man came very close to posting one of the best golf scores ever, and at 94 years old, he is still working on his game. Here's Mcloone.
The older a golfer gets, the bigger deal it is to shoot your age. 94-year-old Ralph Sleeper has crushed that notion.
What is the key to still going strong at 94 years old?
The good Lord's been good to me, that's all I can say.
Ralph recently shot a 74 at his home course, Westbrook Village Golf Club in Peoria. That's 2 shots off the official world record.
These days I don't get below 80 very often, maybe once or twice every 2 weeks.
Are you getting better with age, do you feel like, on the golf course?
No, I'm not getting better.
And on the day Arizona's family visited, Ralph even had his own gallery.
Well, I golf 18 holes 4 days a week, and then I golf with the beer boys 2 days a week at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The team that wins drinks beer on the rest of the guys.
How much does beer keep you going here at 94?
I really don't drink beer, but these guys do.
Is there something in the water out here at the course? What's going on? Something in the beer, maybe?
It might be in the beer, except as you see, Ralph doesn't drink beer. But, they did truly find the fountain of youth.
Ralph also plays pickleball a couple times a week, and he's entering his 7th decade playing golf. Ralph has over 15 holes in one, and that definitely leads the family leaderboard.
I'll never catch up at this point. So. It is a real encouragement for the rest of us, even myself at 67. I might be able to still play at 90.
And he doesn't plan on slowing down. Ralph just got a new golf cart.
I see this blue cart just go zooming past me. Oh, look, I see a hand wave at me. There's Ralph just flying down over to the business course.
He's got places to be, right?
Right.
Ralph's pretty amazing. I mean, in the winter, he actually walks 9 holes.
And when we grow up, we want to be like him.
I'm Mark Mcloone for Arizona's family.
The rest of the season is very unknown, but we are going to continue the approach with grace and adapt as needed. Starting on November 1st, we went to members only for golf and practice. This was for safety of our members and staff, as well as to provide a better member experience during our prime months. We budgeted for lower golf revenue and so far have had an amazing increase in memberships because of our member-only status. We still have our events on the schedule for the coming season, but they are dependent on areas outside of our control, with member and staff health as priority. The Wisconsin NCAA event has been canceled, and the George Fox NCAA event has been canceled due to COVID concerns and the teams not certain they would be able to attend. Future segments of this year's member forum will include membership by Jim McKenna and Rick Davis, financials by Kirk Kimmerling, an introduction to the staff, and an update to the well progress. I would like to personally thank all members and staff for the thought and understanding you've had with the many different obstacles over this past season. Thank you.